Today I will show you how to install Playwright. So first of all, Playwright is mandatory to install based on it is running on Node.js. First of all, you have to install Node.js. Okay, so go to Google, search with Node.js download. Once you click on first link, it will show the respective installer. So based on your mission, you can check, you can select the Windows. If it is your machine is Windows, you can click on Windows installer. Once it is downloaded, you can see the download list. Once click on installation button, means once you click on the download file, so it will automatically start the downloading. Click on next button so that it will be automatically installed. It will take 2 to 3 minutes of time. Okay, not more than that. So thereafter the next step would be, you can check. So in my machine it's already Node.js is already installed. Let me check, is it installed or not. So how can we check? Node-v. So this is in this 2.24.18 is my Node version is installed in my machine. Okay, let me close it or minimize it. Okay, let me next step would be, okay, this is my Visual Studio Code. So it's an empty folder I have opened. Okay, first how to install Playwright. Okay, go to Playwright website in dev, playwright/dev. This is an official website. So if you see, this is the Node.js. It's required to install. Go with the Playwright with TypeScript or JavaScript. So if you go to Node.js, if you come down, see Playwright test, how to install npm init playwright@test. Okay, you go to this document. So here the installation process, how it is. So Playwright test is an end-to-end test framework for modern web apps. It is a bundle test runner, assertions, isolation, parallelization, and rich tool. So Playwright supports the Chromium, WebKit, and Firefox, and Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. So locally or in CI, headless or headed mode with the native mobile emulation for Chrome and mobile Safari. Okay, so it supports all these things. So it supports like Chromium, WebKit, and Firefox. So with different operating systems, Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. Okay, so first step would be how to install Playwright. So this is the command to install Playwright. So directly you can select and copy, or directly you can copy here. So go to terminal, 3 dots, click on terminal, new terminal, the same how it is showing earlier, the same folder it will be showing. Like mine is under day one folder. Let it open. Okay, so in D drive, so automation edge under day one folder is available. So paste it, click on next button, click on enter button. So once it will be starting installation. So here it is showing two options. Do you want to proceed with TypeScript or JavaScript? So you can select whichever language you want to select. So I'm selecting TypeScript as of now. And what are the test files you can maintain? So I want to maintain under test is a folder. It's by default it is showing. I can proceed with the same folder. So you want to proceed with any action, GitHub actions? Yes. You can install Playwright with browsers. By default it supports 3 browsers, right? Chromium, Edge, and WebKit. So if you click on no button, then you need to install manually. Okay, so otherwise you can proceed with true, means automatically installing all 3 by default browsers. So here the initialization npm projects is started to installing. Okay, here the package JSON file is created. You see, This is the package.json file. So I will explain what is exactly package.json. So earlier, like in who are already good knowledge on Selenium with the Maven projects. Okay, pom.xml is there, right? So the pom.xml, how we can maintaining the all dependencies and all the things. So the same way it can be package.json file is can be helpful for that. So and that npm installations done, like node modules will be created. The required all packages will be installed here. Okay. So here the data test folder we have selected, right? By default it is created, and also be one sample example.spec.js and ts file is created. So if you are selecting as JS JavaScript, it automatically create example.spec.js file will automatically create. So as we have created with the TypeScript, so that it is creating example.spec.ts file. So if you want to create any new test cases, you can create a new file. Okay, so with that name should be must be having spec.ts if you are using the TypeScript. Okay, now once it is successfully installed, see, it will show these are the commands, basic commands: npx playwright test, npx test -ui, and npx test pro -project equal to chromium, npx playwright test example, npx playwright debug. Okay, so different commands it is giving. So npx playwright test means what are the test files we have in this file. So with respect to all test cases will be executed. Okay, by using this command npx playwright test means you have five test files are there. So in the five test file, each file having two or three test cases are each. Okay, so all tests will be executed using this command. So if you want to execute your test cases UI mode, so npx playwright test -u, okay, UI. So it will be open in interactive UI mode. You can execute. Okay, if you want execute, by default it is in headless mode and it will be executing all three browsers. Let it execute one by one so that we can understand how it is executing. Okay, now click on enter. So if you see happy hacking, okay, means you are successfully installed this playwright. Okay, now npx, let me click CLS. Okay, npx playwright test. See what is happening here. Here started running 6 tests using 6 workers, but we have how many test cases here? This is one test case, this is another test case. We have 2 test cases, but here 6 test cases are running 6 workers. Why it is showing means, so by default it is running 3 browsers: Chrome, Firefox and WebKit. So each browser it is running these 2 tests, so 3 browsers, 2 tests. That's the reason 6 test cases are executed into 6 workers. Okay, we will see why the 6 workers are is going to run. Okay, now as of now you are not seeing any headed mode, means any browser you are not seeing, right? So first of all we want to see run the test cases into browser. How to we can run? So this is a command. Earlier it is showing the list of commands, right? The same commands we are using. Okay, so I want execute Chrome browser. So here Chrome browser means chromium -project equal to chromium. So npx playwright test -project equal to chrome means only I want run into Chrome browser. Okay, I want to run in headed mode also. Okay, so you want to see browser should be launched. Okay, see what will happen. Maybe spelling mistake. Chromium. Okay, return chromium. Okay, see, Chromium is not found, means wrong spelling H. Okay, so it is running on Chromium, but we didn't see the browser, right? Now we can add hyphen added, means we can see the browser launching and each step-by-step execution as well. Running two tests using two workers means, see, Chromium browser is launching for each test case for each browser. Okay, that is the reason. So two workers are running for two test cases. If you see how to see the test results, just copy and paste. Okay, and paste Playwright. So I can report. If you run this command, it will show the report. See, these are the test cases executed. Chromium. Okay, it is running on Chromium. So you can, how many test cases are passed? 2. How many total? 2. Is there any fail? No, 0. Like a 0, skip 0. So when it was today, what time? 1:33 and 57. Okay, so total time for execution 13.5 seconds. So complete test report will be generated. Okay, so here it will show the all commands as well, npx playwright test. Okay, how to see the test results. Okay, npx playwright show report. For example, if you want to see npx playwright test ui, okay, it will show you this ui. It will be interactive mode, so we can how to run executing test cases step by step. Okay, so all these will be can so see in this. Okay, okay, as of now this is the first part. I am just how to install node.js, how to install playwright. So before installing the playwright, so node.js is the prerequisite, so that is the reason first we need to install node.js, thereafter playwright will be installed. Okay, and one more command also be here, like the version of playwright, which version we are using. Okay, see, npx playwright version, we can see the version of the playwright, npx playwright version. Okay, we can see which version we are using for playwright, what is the current version installed in our machine. Okay, 1.6.1. okay, so this is the first part. I want to share this. Okay, thanks for watching.